St. John's SHS, Pope John Seminary versus St. James Seminary versus Ebri Presby SHS, and then Abetifi Presby SHS versus Mauli SHS and Prempeh College. So this has been the euphoria here at the Kuma Play Auditorium after Infantsipim School won their contest today against Kumasi Academy, and the ladies who did not, in fact, make an impressive run during this particular contest. Over to you in the studio.
It feels like becoming an entrepreneur aside academics is never going to be possible when you're in school. Mainly because we feel that we are young and we don't have the resources and the guts to be one.
But if you believe in yourself and you have the passion to become an entrepreneur, then you already are.
Staying ahead in a highly competitive environment requires applying creativity and innovation to every aspect of your journey to becoming an entrepreneur.
Presently, entrepreneurship is driven by creativity and innovation to attain business objectives.
The explosion in technology, business, entrepreneurship, and consumption in this new era is as a result of the ongoing application of innovation.
Milton Bell once said, "If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door."
So, if you are ready to be an entrepreneur, Heritage Christian College is ready for you.
Heritage Christian College moves you from a wantrepreneur to become an entrepreneur.
Pepsodent is aware that globally, 1 in 2 children suffer from cavities. That's why by giving her Pepsodent, you're not only protecting her teeth, but also helping her grow up and thrive at every stage of her life with a healthy and confident smile, so she can succeed and achieve all of her dreams. Because every smile matters.
Guys, now I'm tired. I'll go on a date with whoever gets here first.
Princess, really?
Okay, I come.
Shut up!
Boss, fill my tank with Super XP Ron 95.
Fill up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle.
Sorry, Tony got here first, so I'm stepping with him.
Oh, cut him. Hey, go for that.
Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Always go for Goyle Super XP Ron 95. Goyle, good energy.
Goyle is good energy.
Do you know that unforeseen medical emergency can drain your savings in these tough times? And as medical expenses increase by the day, why not pass that on to us at ACE Medical Insurance? Simply get a health insurance plan from ACE and enjoy a whole year of not worrying about hikes in medical expenses. ACE Medical Insurance, the new face of healthcare financing in Ghana.
Discover the right cybersecurity solutions to strengthen your defenses and secure your business with Virtual InfoSec Africa. Right here at Virtual InfoSec Africa, we provide you with the topmost designers, developers, and providers of information security services such as information security risk assessment, vulnerability assessment, social engineering services, digital forensic and network security, security operations services, SOC with managed services. VIA partners with the world's best original equipment manufacturer in providing affordable and world-class cybersecurity solutions with the best return on investment year on year. We are a shoulder you can count on. Locate us at the Palazzo Building, Osu Babu Street, Jolu. Call us on 0500-450092 or visit our website at www.virtualinfosecafrica.com. Virtual Veteran InfoSec Africa, security solutions by design.
Welcome to German Ozone Medical Center, the pioneer of ozone therapy clinics in Ghana and West Africa.
If you are dealing with conditions like diabetes, diabetic ulcers, stroke, arthritis, bodily or skeletal pain, viral infections, and more, we invite you to explore the advanced complementary therapy. Rediscover your true self through our facial microneedling sauna for detoxification, bringing forth the radiant glow you've always dreamed of.
For exceptional dental health solutions, we offer services such as digital Hollywood zirconia smile, clear aligner treatment, implants, and digital dentistry. At the German Ozone Medical Center, our dedicated and friendly team of professionals are committed in providing you with unique and top-notch dental experience. Call us on 055-024-2222 or 055-025-2222.
Hello there, and thanks for joining us here on the Joy News channel. This is the Pulse, and coming up this afternoon, spillage of the dam will not end anytime soon. That's according to the Volta River Authority to communities flooded as a result of the spillage of excess water from the Akosombo Dam. We're learning of more details as we bring you updates on this coverage of the continuous spillage of the Akosombo Dam. Also, this afternoon, President Akufo-Addo is stoking a public debate after he declared in the United States of America that Ghana firmly supports Israel's declaration of war on Palestinian militant group Hamas.
Ghana, like all civilized countries, is firm in her support of Israel and indeed of Ukraine in these difficult moments of their national survival.
And this afternoon, we're asking the question, what's the implication of the president's statement on Ghana's relations with other nations around the world? Also, the New Patriotic Party's election committee admits that there were challenges that characterized the superdelegates' elections, contributing to the reported instances of violence, but they are beginning to learn lessons from the event.
There were some difficulties, and particularly including the complaints that some officials behaved as if they were conducting the election.
And there's more from the former Speaker of Parliament who's chairing the NPP's election committee as he explains other issues confronting the governing parties. All coming up here on The Pulse. The Pulse is always brought to you by Global Communities, Digni Lu, Affordable Safe Sanitation. We're on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, and at myjoyonline.com. And let's us now will get you details of our stories when we get back. And this afternoon, President Akufo-Addo is stoking public debate after he declared in the United States of America that Ghana firmly supports Israel's declaration of war on Palestinian militant group Hamas. According to the president, the Hamas violent invasion of Israel has repercussions for peace in the Middle East, hence the need for the situation to be addressed. A couple of days ago, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration issued a statement asking all parties involved to come to the negotiation table. Here are excerpts of that statement released by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, indicating that Ghana unequivocally condemns the attack and calls on Hamas leadership to immediately cease the attacks and withdraw its militants from southern parts of Israel. It goes ahead to point out that while Ghana affirms its support for Israel's right to exist and defend itself, it is equally calling on the Israeli government to exercise restraint in its response to Hamas attacks. Now, Ghana is taking the opportunity to call on the two sides to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict to return to the negotiation table. And that's a statement that we received a couple of days ago from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. Even before talks will begin, President Akufo-Addo says that Ghana is fully in support of the action by the Israeli government. Listen.
I'm aware that I've come to Washington at a sensitive time in the life of this great city. For apart from the daily repercussions of having to deal with the consequences of Russia's 18-month-old aggression against the sovereign nation of Ukraine, the city has now to cope also this week with the effects of Hamas's violent invasion of Israel, with all its repercussions for peace in the Middle East. Ghana, like all civilized countries, is firm in her support of Israel and indeed of Ukraine in these difficult moments of their national survival.
Was the president speaking in the United States of America. So what's the implication of this, knowing very well that the government of Ghana is equally asking all parties to this Israeli-Palestinian conflict to come to the negotiation table? The country for now sits on the non-permanent seat of the Security Council of the United Nations. So given the position of the Republic of Ghana, what are the likely implications? I want to speak now to Dr. Ishmael Novo, an international relations expert with the Afro Global Research Center. Thank you, sir, for spending some time with us here on The Pulse. So let's get into the details of the president's statement. You have a statement coming through from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs asking all parties to come to the negotiation table. And then the president is going all out to declare his support for Israel. How do we juxtapose these statements?
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to your viewers. In terms of foreign policy, the president carries a lot of weight. But what has happened is that it's introduced a little bit of ambiguity in Ghana's position. Because at one hand, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is calling for dialogue among the warring factions. Well, the president seems to go full support for Israel. So at this point, it looks like our position is becoming quite ambiguous, that we are not sticking to a particular line of reasoning. So it's quite difficult to clearly understand where Ghana is standing. But then again, if you take the president as the chief actor in foreign policy, then you will begin to think that Ghana's position is firmly in support of Israel, which will make it's very difficult to maintain what we normally call a position of neutrality, where you can mediate this kind of conflict. So virtually, by the words of the president, Ghana is virtually a pro-Western, taking a pro-Western stand on this instance. Because if you look at where nations have taken, you look at the US, you look at Britain, you look at other major powers, they have all gone full swing to support of Israel. And of course, it introduced a little bit of we virtually departing from our foreign policy stand of positive neutrality, because then it means that we are not taking into account various dynamics to this conflict. Indeed, we must also recognize that the conflict has religious implications, undertones. And being a nation of many religions, and of course we have a significant Muslim population here who's leaning maybe towards the Palestinians. So it would have been more diplomatic and more cautious if we stick with the statement issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But what the president has done is to virtually taking a huge pro-Western stand, and that is not really in the best interest of these countries are now, because we are friends to Arab nations. Of course, when you look at how this conflict is normally seen in the global context, people from Arab nations are bound to see it differently. People from Jewish, pro-Jewish, and Christian nations will also see it differently. So what it virtually means is that we have not pushed ourselves in a position where we will be seen as neutral arbiters in this conflict. And given the fact that we ourselves are a nation of many religions, of course, we have a significant Muslim population here, this does not order so well from my perspective.
So the question about what we need to be adopting as a country, what should be our position on this matter?
Our position is to ensure that there's a peaceful resolution to this dispute, that it does not escalate, it does not draw in other powers within that region so that the whole region will be destabilized. Remember, if the Middle East is destabilized, it will invariably affect global fuel prices, and that may have a reputation for us. If other nations are drawn to it, it may have implications for stability in other regions where there are religious groups that can be aligned to both sides of this conflict. So our position must be to ensure that there's peaceful resolution to this dispute. Indeed, often the international position of a two-state solution must be what we should stick out for, so that at the end of the day, both Palestinians and the Israelis will have a territory and have a normal way of life. In fact, you cannot condemn Hamas without also looking at some of the actions and inactions of Israel in the Gaza Strip, in West Bank, that may have pushed this group into undertaking this attack. I'm not saying that what they did was right, but again, there are things that will push people to resist when they think that they are being treated unfairly, when they think that they have a cause. Of course, as a group which has vowed to see the destruction of Israel, they are likely to do some of these things. But then again, we must also be seen as also cautioning Israel to restrict itself from maybe extending its settlement to areas that under international law they are not supposed to be.
Now Ghana sits on the UN Security Council as a non-permanent member, but the question is that will that wield any influence, given the fact that our head of state has communicated strongly what our position is?
So virtually what it means is that you have already taken a position, and therefore it does not matter what the evidence or what the argument will be on the Security Council. So we are expecting that when the issue gets to the Security Council, we will virtually, if we go by the president's position, we will virtually endorse what Western powers, the position that Western powers may be taking. So that is where we have put ourselves now. It will be quite contradictory if we stick our neck out that we are supporting Israel and go to the Security Council to go and vote or take another position. That will not be consistent. So virtually it may end up being the fact that we will take the position that the president has taken, and that may be Ghana's position when the issue comes up at the Security Council.
Yeah, but what are the potential dangers to the Republic of Ghana? After all, the feeling is that this is a full-blown war, as Israel has declared, not on another state, but on a militant group, Hamas.
Okay. Yes, of course. The danger to the state of Ghana appearing to take a side in this conflict is that, one, as I indicated, you have a significant Muslim population, and this war has always invoked religious sentiment. And therefore, you need to, first of all, look at your own harmony as a state. And two, if you look at how some terror groups have operated, they have always targeted states that seems to be anti the Arabic position. So, yes, it may also put you in the spotlight where various terrorist groups may target you for religious reasons, and already you are within a sub-region that is quite volatile, that is quite unstable. So it may be one of the dangers that as a country we may be looking at. And of course, as I said, it compromises your ability to have an independent engagement with both sides of the conflict. Of course, as I said, the best solution to this conflict is to have the two-state solution, which has always been the preferred international solution to this dispute. So by putting out, taking the position of being purely in support of Israel, you deny yourself the chance to be seen as a neutral arbiter, and therefore you may also draw in, you may also be seen by other Arab nations which may take the position of Palestine or Hamas, being seen by them as an adversary. And of course, you also have a very good relation with these Arab nations, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and others. We have good relations with them, and then we need all of them at a point in time. Of course, you must understand this conflict very well. There are various dynamics involved, therefore taking positions must always be minded.
How does Africa come into this whole tension in the Middle East? Some say it's a Middle East problem. It remains there, and Africa should not be involved in the debate surrounding this. What's your take on that?
Africa is part of the world, and therefore anything that happens in any part of the world will invariably affect Africa. And of course, you have Egypt, which borders Gaza. And therefore, any disturbance in the Gaza Strip will invariably affect Egypt. Once Egypt is in Africa directly, somehow we affect you realize when this happened, there was this shooting in Egypt, which is invariably linked with what was happening there. And of course, as I said, the Middle East is a very important region when it comes to energy resources. And once that region is destabilized, once there's conflict in that region, it introduces the energy dynamics to it. When you see fuel prices, when you see energy prices rising, many African countries are not able to deal with that kind of shock. Already there's enough that African nations are trying to adapt to within the global setting. In fact, many of the economies are struggling from the effect of the Russian-Ukraine war, from the effect of COVID. So to have another major conflict which may draw in other powers will be devastating to many of these African economies. And of course, within Africa itself, there are various factions and divisions that take sides depending on what they think they are interested within this conflict. As I said, Africa is a very religious continent, and being a conflict with religious undertone may also see various groups, terrorist groups, who are presumably some of them using Islam as a pretext to carry out their own activities, also coming out with various attacks as a way of supporting whatever is happening there. You may have attacks on foreign embassies, you may have attacks on very important installations in Africa. So therefore, it also increases the security dynamics in Africa. So yes, Africa cannot be isolated from this particular conflict, which is very close door.
I see. And as we wrap up, the question as to how Ghana can redress or reposition itself and demonstrate to the world that we're non-aligned in this whole global conversation surrounding Israel. How do we demonstrate that, knowing that the president has gone all out already?
That would be quite difficult, but then again, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, headed by the minister, may want to continue the public discourse, highlighting what they think Ghana will do, trying to appear a little bit more neutral. Of course, the handlers of the president may also try and of course, I've not finished the engagement there, try and put in some few words that in subsequent speeches, he may appear a little bit more moderate in terms of how he goes about addressing this particular issue. So yes, we may want to have a more of public discourse. We want to put out a lot of public information that projects us to be neutral. But then it's quite difficult when you make this bold claim and then to turn around and try to appear as neutral.
And finally, could Ghana, and looking at the posture of our president, not be reflecting, the demographics that we have? The fact that you have a larger section of the population tilted towards, that Christian religion. The feeling is that the president is simply reflecting what the Ghanaian society, majority of us, might be thinking about this situation.
Yes, but then again, we have a majority of the population being Christian. We have a significant Muslim population. Our interest should be in keeping these two religions in a state of peaceful coexistence. There's no need projecting the majority view without being sensitive to the minority view, because at the end of the day, any attempt to project a particular section above other may sometimes be very dreadful for this nation. So yes, I agree that yes, for most Christians, for majority of Christians, they may see the need to go to support of Israel. But then again, we must do it with some consideration for the feeling of our Muslim brothers, who may naturally be allowed to the suffering of the Palestinians. As we speak, there are a lot of Palestinians in Israeli prisons. There are so many blockades around the Gaza Strip that are putting the lives of Palestinians in a very serious jeopardy. So yes, we may be right to say that majority of Ghanaians are Christians. Right. But even as Christians, there are things that Christianity may not tolerate. Violence is not one of the things that we tolerate. We always preach peace. So yes, we may want to look at perhaps the various dimensions, the undertones as to the activities of Israel, how it is affecting the Palestinian population, and of course come to some level of understanding that, while we also have a cause to support Israel, we have our brothers who may not share our view.
I see. Dr. Ishmael Lombo, thank you for spending some time with us. We've been also engaging Avil Avram, Deputy Head of Mission for the Embassy of Israel here in Ghana, and a Ghanaian resident in Israel on this whole raging war. Ghana, because the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration is calling on the two sides to the Israeli-Palestine conflict to return to the negotiating table in a bid to de-escalate tension in the Middle East. In a statement to the press, the ministry says it is deeply saddened and shocked by the ongoing events in Israel, where Hamas militants from Gaza Strip infiltrated the southern Israeli border to attack innocent Israeli civilians. And also, we saw the barrage of rockets attacking from the Gaza Strip. So far, the death toll, as we have it, is rising to somewhere 1,000, and you have excerpts of that statement from the Foreign Ministry on your screens right now, pointing to the fact that the government of Ghana is deeply saddened and shocked by the ongoing events. They continue to point out that Ghana unequivocally condemns the attack and calls on Hamas leadership to immediately cease the attacks. And then the statement continues to point out that while Ghana is affirming its support for Israel's right to exist and also defend itself, it is equally calling on the Israeli government to exercise restraints in its response to Hamas's attacks. And also Ghana is taking this opportunity to call on both sides to come through and to negotiate and to talk peace. So let's speak to Avil Avram, who is the Deputy Head of Mission for the Embassy of Israel here in Ghana. Thank you, sir, for spending some time with us here on The Pulse. It's not a good time for those who are living in Israel right now, but here in Ghana, the message is simple, that we want peace. Are you willing to extend that olive branch to the other side, at least for talks to begin? Avil, you'd have to unmute so we can get the point you're sharing with us here on the platform.
Good afternoon, Blaise. Thank you for having me in these very sad and critical moments for the state of the people of Israel. As you mentioned before, this terror attack, brutal terror attack, happened on Shabbat, 7th of October. Find Israel not ready, and thousands of murdered from the Israeli civilians. And this is a very sad day in the history of Israel.
The question about peace, which I was asking earlier, that seems to be the posture of our government, asking both sides to sit down and at least talk. Is that beyond possibility?
As of this moment, The focus of the State of Israel is to join all forces and unite together as one, and to bring the safety and the peace back to the State of Israel and the people of Israel, which experienced one of the brutal terror attacks in the Israeli history. Peace always on the table, and we always.
And you can watch a playback of that conversation on all of our social media handles, and also for those of you who can head online, just do that at myjoyonline.com. Sure, you get excerpts of that. But we stay on matters relating to democracy now and head to Liberia, because even after the presidential elections in the country, the election commission there in that country says it will need a maximum 2 weeks to deal with the outcome or coalition process of the election. And we've been bringing you some coverage on that 2023 presidential elections of Liberia. Nana Aljima, who's been to Liberia, is back and in studio with us to give us a sense of what's happening in the West African country. Nana Aljima, welcome. And it's good to have you back here in Accra. Well, first of all, what's the population size in terms of those going into the 2023 elections to cast their ballots in Liberia?
So the voter register of Liberia has about 2.4 million people on it, and these people showed up in their numbers on Tuesday to ensure that they cast their ballots and vote for the next president of Liberia. As our viewers are already aware of, about 20 people were on the ballot paper, and these people are all expecting to be president of Liberia. The leading candidates in the election were George Oponria, who is presently representing the CDC, Coalition for Democratic Governance, and also the UP parties being led by Joseph Boakai. Mind you, Joseph Boakai used to be the vice president of Liberia under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and also before that, he was Minister for Agriculture in Liberia.
Why is it taking so long now for the country to do a coalition of the results?
So before the election, the Electoral Commission in Liberia brought out its calendar for the election. And on the calendar, it was stated that the coalition and the coalition will be done by 25th, and the results were supposed to be announced on the 25th of October. So if you consider what they said, it means that the Electoral Commission is still within schedule. As before I left Liberia, I had been to some of the tallying center. For instance, the tallying center in Monrovia, I visited the place yesterday, and at the time I was leaving, they were still receiving some of the results from the various polling stations in Liberia. Now, when these results come in, the Electoral Commission has actually scheduled 4 p.m. on daily basis to release results of the results that they had been able to gather, those that have gone through the process, being counted and certified, and also signed by all of the agents of various parties. And when it goes through the process, on 4 p.m. on daily basis, they come out, announce these polling stations. So results from polling stations in Liberia continue to trickle in.
The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, says it is concerned about the democratic gains made by Liberia and would want to consolidate that. What's been the assessment of the exercise so far?
Yesterday, the AU had a declaration on the election, their observation, and they brought out a comprehensive report on this election. Now, in their report, they stated that they were excited about the gains so far, and also, mind you, there were not major violence that were recorded in the election. So the AU is actually happy about the gains, and they believe that this should send a signal to the rest of the countries in the West African sub-region that it's possible to have a violence-free election, and they are ready to ensure that whichever country it is, if you need the assistance of ECOWAS in organizing your election, they are ready and willing to help all the countries.
2 weeks to do coalition. That's not something we're very used to in this part of West Africa, because in Ghana at least 2 weeks will be just too much for us to comprehend. Why is it taking so long?
Very interesting, but it is some of us in Ghana who have seen democracy advance. Right. We think it's long, but if you talk to the ordinary man on the streets of Liberia, they understand, they believe it's a normal process. If you witness the accounting, it actually takes a lot of time. The accounting do take a lot of time because of the need for transparency. For instance, the sorting alone, on the day of election, I sat through the counting of one of the polling stations just for the presidential election alone. And it took them close to 7 hours to count a polling station with people less than 400.
Really?
Yes. So it means that the counting process alone is
very slow.
Very cumbersome. Now what they do is that in the sorting itself, they take these ballot papers and run it by all the 20 representatives of these political parties to make sure that they are okay with the ballot itself, and they are okay with the person what do you call it, voter voted for. So they all verify that this is fine and it can go into counting. So, before this, the sorting itself would take a lot of time to be completed.
Before the coalition.
Exactly.
Quite a lengthy process. We'll still be monitoring that. Thank you, Nana Yaw-Gyimah, for bringing us the latest from Liberia. And we stay on elections, but this time around within the country, because the Elections Committee of the governing New Patriotic Party has acknowledged the difficulties that marred the superdelegates elections, leading to the instances of violence. And this includes a reported incident of attack in the northeast region involving an agent of the former Minister for Trade and Industry, Alan Kojo Chirmateng, and the public outrage expressed by Kennedy Ohineye-Agyapong over perceived attempts to manipulate the elections in favor of a specific candidate by influential figures within the NPP. These instances eventually contributed to Alan's resignation from the NPP to run as an independent candidate. However, chairperson of the National Elections Committee of the NPP, Professor Mike Aaron-Okoye, who doubles as the former Speaker of Parliament, says lessons have been learned. He's been speaking to Samuel Mbura.
It's a very, very important exercise. The man who is going to be the flag bearer of the Elephant Party, and we are taking it as a national assignment of great importance. First and foremost, we have established an IPAC with the candidates who will be contesting. The idea is now it's not inter-party, but now it is intra-party, within the party.
And who are the members of the IPAC here?
All the 4 candidates or their representatives. Today's meeting, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong himself was here, but the rest were also represented by their various campaign managers and so on and so forth. And I must let you know that everything has been very, very cordial, because from the very word go, even the basic understanding, it was in the form like an MOU, and every candidate signed to it, all the 4 of them, setting out the parameters, the rules of the game, and so on and so forth. The first thing that we want to, for example, talk about is the police and the Electoral Commission. You see, when an election has got the flavor of just among us, people tend to use all manner of internal party strength in so many ways, because with the party assembly, in the parties are no. Nobody is going to go there and regulate anything or anyone. If you have a vote, you will be identified, you go in the usual way, like we vote in Ghana generally, and then cast your vote and leave the inner parameter. You may stand around or you may go home, but you have no power to direct anything whatsoever. So the police will be fully in charge in this direction. And also the Electoral Commission will let us all vote like we always vote.
So what it means is that this main Congress in November is not going to be different from the Super Delegates Conference in terms of the guidelines?
Oh, basically, but we have strengthened the various parameters to satisfy all difficulties. And you see some of these as we unravel the changes that have been made and the screws that have been tightened so that everybody will feel very, very, very free.
So we know that the MPP is a party that believes in democracy and exhibits same. Would you say that was what we witnessed in your just ended Super Delegates Congress to trim down the number to 5 for the November 4 elections?
If you look at it, generally speaking, it was peaceful. There were some difficulties, and particularly including the complaints that some officials behaved as if they were conducting the election. Now, it's not going to be on the regional level. It's going to be a constituency level under the auspices of the EC and also the police. So if anyone thinks he can sort of show his weight, whether governmentally or party-wise on that election, even the national party chairman will not have a say on that day. It will be a matter between the electoral committee and the EC and the police, and we work on it generally and go. And in fact, every peace-loving person should only think of his or her vote, come, cast it, and leave the parameters. And we have had meetings with the police in this regard. The EC have attended our meetings in this regard, and we are very, very sure that we are going to put the authority of the actual day's management of affairs fully in their hands.
Would you say you've learned some lessons from the fallouts?
Not too much, but a few assurances just to let them know.
Example?
For example, the executives being part of the process. Then that's why I told you earlier, anything that looks like this is a party matter, and for that matter, this is a national chairman there, or this is the minister here, or anything of that sort.
Okay.
And for that matter also, no official, no person who is even himself a representative of any candidate is going to be able to control the process. So I will call that a detachment. That detachment process will make the whole thing more impersonal and more formal. And I think these are going to strengthen the hands of the relevant persons.
Now, Prof, there were some unfortunate incidents, isolated ones that we saw. One from the Northeast region, the reported attack on one of the agents of Alan Chamantin. We also saw videos that went viral. One of the aspirants also expressing his revulsion against even the president, the vice president.
And we'll bring you that full interview later on the Joy News channel. Let's shift our attention now to the Ghana Anesthetist Society. They are the unsung heroes of the medical world, ensuring safe surgeries, managing ICU care, and they are also helping with our patients who have chronic pain issues. Guess what? The society is gearing up to celebrate the World Anesthetist Day, which comes up on the 16th of October. And that will be commemorating a milestone in medical history. So let's have a conversation to gain some more understanding about this year's activity with Dr. Abna Dakwan Dansua, who is a specialist at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, and Dr. Nana Asari Akuto is also a medical officer, all joining us from Korle Bu. Thank you all, docs, for joining me. And let's start off with your profession and what you do. Very often when we hear of anesthetists, we're not too sure of the kind of role you play. What role do you play within the medical space?
Okay, thank you so much. So for anesthetists, we are medical doctors who have gone through the 6 years of medical training, 3 to 5 years of postgraduate training. Our role is to give anesthesia care to patients ideally, what we do is in Ghana, we divide into like 3 basic care. So the first one is the peri-operative management, where we see the patients before surgeries, we assess them, make sure they are fine before the surgery. Then during the surgery, we are the same ones who give anesthesia, so that we put them to sleep, or sometimes we just give some medication to numb them. And then during the surgery, anything can happen. Should there be a complication, we make sure we monitor the patient during this time, and then make sure in case of any complication, we correct that. We also take care of the ICU, that's the intensive care unit. So for the critically ill who need extra help, we're the ones who basically take care of them until they get out of this situation and they are much better to be on the ward.
I see. It appears you're indeed the unsung heroes. We don't often hear of you. We just see those who see us in the consulting room, except that there's a critical case before you get to come in. But your role, you agree, is very, very important within that space as well. Let's talk about the theme for this year's celebration, because you're also marking a milestone. What's the theme for this year's celebration, and how are you planning to celebrate that?
So this year, first of all, we need to know that this celebration is going on worldwide.
Okay, it's not just
Ghanaian anesthetists, but it's for the World Federation of Societies of Anesthesiologists. We are all celebrating this. So worldwide, we have this theme of anesthesia and cancer care, what we call onco-anesthesia. So the aim is to let people know the important role that we play in the general management of people with cancer. So that's the main theme for this.
Okay, so you're focusing on cancer this year?
Yes.
Is that the point? What activities are you going to put in place as you go about the celebration for this year?
So for this year, we started from the 9th of this month. We started by going to the media houses to educate the general public on what we do with cancer care, to let them know that when they have cancer, we are there for them to help with their management. So we've been to various media houses from 9th of this month. The next thing that we are looking forward to doing is a webinar. So this is mainly geared towards talking to other health workers to also let them know the importance of our care for the cancer patients. Then we are going to crown it on the Monday, which is the actual day, the 16th of October. With a visit to the oncology unit or the cancer unit of the Kolobu Teaching Hospital and the Konfanoche Teaching Hospital. We are going to interact with the patients, share some things with them, let them know that we are there for them, and encourage them to keep fighting.
See, it's 6 days, 6 long days of
and then we'll crown it with something for us. It's fun.
Oh, there's the partying aspect too. And that's why I want to talk about the society, because I understand you equally have a society here. How active is that society here in Ghana?
So the society is quite active. So the society has been around since... it's been 27 years. It's been 27 years since the site has been around. So you see, the problem is there aren't too many anesthesiologists in the country. So you see, once the numbers are not that much, even though we are working hard, it looks like we are not around. But then by God's grace, we are growing in number. There are more residents joining. There are more doctors coming on. So as time goes on, we are active enough, but then as time goes on, you see more of our activities.
And speaking about the numbers, is it the case that, more people do not want to join, the profession, or it's just a case of the regulation and how difficult it is to become one? What do you feel might be causing that problem?
Okay, so for now, I don't think it's the case of regulation, because the Medical and Dental Council, together with GMA and the likes, and the Ghana College, have made it even easier now. So now, after the 2 years compulsory training, you don't have to go and be a medical officer for a long time. You can just write your primaries and then come straight away and join the department here. So I think they've eased the restrictions that were really drawing people away. I think it's about people knowing exactly what we do, understanding the profession more, because it's not something that a lot of people understand. So they're not really
very
willing to join us.
Yeah, I can imagine. But then we're praying for more of them, and more should be women too. Because when people see you, they're like, "How did you get there?" As a woman, you get that more often. Are you encouraging more young girls to also aspire to this height?
Actually, yes. And now we probably have more women coming in
into the space,
residents than previously.
I see. Any final message to those at Korle Bu? What should our viewers know about the celebration?
So we want you to know that we, as the Ghana Anesthetic Society, we are working hard to make sure that you get safe anesthesia care if you are a patient with cancer. And so we are there for you. Don't be scared. We've been trained well to provide safe services to you. And so don't be scared. We'll visit the wards on Monday.
Doc, you also have a message? Yes.
So for those who like to reach out to us, we are also on social media. On Facebook, you can find our Ghana Anesthetic Society.
Right.
On Instagram, it's Ghana_anesthesiologist. And then on X, formerly Twitter, it's GAS, which is GAS_GHA. So you can just link us over there.
Yeah, grateful, Dr. Abena and Dr. Sari, for joining us here on The Pulse. So it's a good time to cross over now and bring you our continuous coverage of the 2023 National Science and Maths Quiz. But we'll be doing all of that after this break. So stay on the Joy News channel. We'll take you back to Kumasi, where the contest is on. Thanks for watching.
Hello, my name is Abeku Agri Santana. If there's anything that makes my life so easy, it is my bank. I love hanging out with my boys at our usual fufu joint. But even without cash, we still dey chop better with EcoBank Mobile. No matter the time of day, my bank helps me stay in touch with my beautiful wife whenever she's away. And when my beautiful wife is in town, she never misses out on her favorite TV shows because I'm able to pay up all my TV subscriptions from the comfort of my mobile phone. Whenever she has to get groceries too, my bank makes it cashless and convenient. And the part my wife loves the most is when my bank makes it possible and easy for her to shop from any part of the world without moving.
Welcome to the smart world of EcoBank. Download EcoBank Mobile from Google Play Store or the App Store and discover the smart way to bank. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
It's time to mark your calendar for our annual alumni homecoming and the grand celebration of UPSA's 58th anniversary as we gather under the theme, The Global Impact of Professionals in Business. Program lineup for the celebration are as follows. Friday, 27th October 2023, ignite the night with a bonfire and drama performances with old school dressing, variety of entertainment at 7 p.m. Saturday, 28th October, get your adrenaline pumping with alumni fun games. Current students will contribute to a noble cause with blood donation starting at 7 a.m. Tuesday, 31st October, mentorship sessions at 2 p.m. All activities will take place right on the UPSA campus where it all began. For more information, visit our website at www.upsaglobalalumni.com or contact the UPSA Alumni Office on 0243-288-579 or Room 19 Central Administration. UPSA, scholarship with professionalism.
Daddy, this tank is big!
Yes, that's true.
It can store a lot of water.
That's so true.
Wow! It has a working tortoise on it.
That's so true.
I can see SINTEX. Syntax!
That is so true, my daughter.
When it falls down, it will spoil.
That's not true.
But why?
Hey! Syntex was the first to introduce double-layer tanks in Ghana. Syntex again was the first to introduce white inner layers in Ghana. Syntex gives you the biggest warranty, 7 years. No matter your water needs, Syntex is the answer. Syntex tank. Are you strong? Are you tough?
The stage is set for Africa's most prestigious awards event. Join us to celebrate the Men of the Year at the 8th EMY Africa Awards on Saturday, the 14th of October at the Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Center. Red carpet starts at 6 p.m. Our partners include the Diaspora Affairs Office of the President of Ghana, the Multimedia Group, EY Ghana, Rhythms Africa, and the Labadi Beach Hotel. Our sponsors, the NLA 590 Mobile, Arocha Ghana, Go Energy, Flora Tissues, Houdin, Baguette Ghana, DVO Ghana, and Special Ice Water. Supported by Media Partners, Joy FM, Joy Prime TV, and Adum TV. For more information, call 020-201-8870. The 8th EMY Africa Awards, inspiring greatness.
Alfred, silver iodide. You're right.
Mark your calendars, set reminders, and get ready for the academic showdown of the year. The 2023 National Science and Maths Quiz. It's time for the brightest young minds in Ghana to battle.
We are here in front of the Kuma Play Auditorium, and we are about to kickstart with the contest between Presec Legon, Kumasi Wesley Girls, and Konongo Odumase. So I have a couple of the students here that I would like to speak to, because most of the schools that I've been speaking to earlier have been talking about the fact that they are trying to deactivate Presec. But we see some of the Presecans here, as you can see behind me, they are getting charged up for the contest. But I have the students here that I would want to speak to them. Hello, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Right. Now, I don't know if you've heard or seen a couple of the interviews so far. Every school out there is seeking to dethrone or deactivate Presec. What do you have to say about that?
I would say that as Presec, we know our worth, and we know that we are going to triumph in the contest at the end of the day. So we are not worried. We are just coming in here to put in our best. We know that God will do it for us. Yeah. Right.
What about what do you have to say? Knowing that everyone wants to dethrone your school. Being a 7-time champion this year, are you guys still clinching onto the trophy or?
Okay, so all what I have to say is that we trust in the Lord. And whatever we do on stage, we are going to do it to glorify the name of the Lord. That's what I have to say.
Right. Yeah. Doing it to glorify the name of the Lord. Now, my brother here, how well do you think Presec is prepared for this contest? You are coming to meet Kumasi Wesley Girls and also Konongo Odumase. How well are you prepared for it?
I'd like to say that we've had preparations throughout the year. We've prepared very well, physically, spiritually, and we know that we have our God behind us. And come what may, by the end of the contest, we'll be victorious because God is with us. And trust me, this year we are coming. And then God's faithfulness and His greatness shall be shown at the end of the championship this year. Thank you very much.
So this year we are going for the 8th trophy.
By God's grace, surely.
By God's grace. All right, so that is the vim from the students here, and I have with me one of the coordinators from Presec. Sir, how are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm feeling good.
You're feeling good.
Yeah.
How well are you prepared for this?
Oh, very well prepared, and we are trusting God to put the icing on the cake.
The icing on the cake, which is?
Oh, the victory, of course.
So this time around, you are still going in for the 8th. But I don't know if you've heard, I've been speaking to students every day, and each of them are seeking to deactivate Presec. When you see that, what comes into your mind?
Well, that is simply a confirmation that we are the king of the competition, because everybody is looking at us, all the players are looking at us. So that means that we are the undisputed champions. So yes, I'm sure you have seen them. They make the noise, but they don't even meet us. People even remove them before they meet us. So
they're even glad even before they come to the rodeo.
Yes. So that should tell them that they have chosen the wrong targets. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Thank
So we
you.
just heard from one of the coordinators from Presec Legon. Now behind me, I have students from Konongo Odumase. How well are you prepared for the contest right now?
We are indeed very, very prepared. We can't wait to see our boys doing marvelous work because they are really, really prepared.
You know, you are coming to meet the 7-time champion.
We know.
You know?
Yeah, we know.
You know, Pao.
Yeah. We don't fear them because there's no head-to-head between we and that school. So today is the first time we're meeting them. So we are going to do a marvelous work.
Sure. And that is a student from Konongo Odumase, and they are also known as a Nianum. My brother, what do you think your students are well prepared right now?
Oh, we thank God. Hopefully, our students are well prepared.
Trying to protect your identity by yourself is a lot like trying to be a quarterback without an offensive line. LifeLock alerts you to blindside threats you may miss on your own, even if you're monitoring your credit. If a threat happens to get through, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist is there to help. Join now and save up to 25% your first year at LifeLock.com/aware. That's LifeLock.com/aware to save 25%. LifeLock. Identity theft protection starts here.
As far years back, we are not prepared, but this year, we are well prepared.
This year, you believe you're well prepared?
Yeah, we believe we are well prepared.
All right, sure. So just as you see behind me, the Konongo Odumase bus just arrived with all the students here. And I believe you're also an old student, right? And you're okay. What's the level of confidence you have in your student right now?
All right, I would only base on the fact that we are the university in the Asante Achim. And when a university is competing with a senior high school, you should know that there is only one way out. You will definitely bow out without we running up to the end of the journey. So definitely we are going to battle them up to the end and to the point to which they will bow out and give the winning mantle to Konongo Odumase Senior High School, also known as Asante Achim University.
Okay, all right, sure. So these are the students, all students from Konongo Odumase. But just behind me, we have students arriving from course, and we have it's like the bus is full right now. We see all the students right now. The bus is very full, and they are in here to support their school. Let me just move there closer and find out how they are feeling right now. Now, course, how well are you prepared for this contest?
We are well prepared because the bus.
All right, so they're coming with the. So just as we are hearing from course, they are coming here with the heat. They came here with a bus full of students, hoping to unseat the current winners that we have, which is Presec Legon. Now, watch out.
It turns out that eagles fly high, but parrots do not. What do I mean? I mean that eagles are birds, but they don't talk much and they fly high. And
who is the eagle here? Who is the bird?
We are Konongo Odumase. We are proud of our school, and we are the eagles. We are going to take the.
Who is the bird? Who is the bird?
We are the best. We impart what we have. We don't impress the street.
We are the best. We are winning just by the grace of God, and by the grace of God, we are winning. In the mighty name of Jesus, we are winning. We are grateful. We are winning.
All right, so that is students from Konongo Odumase, and indeed they are coming here with the heat, and this is just
60 years of the Mercedes 600, how it became the car for heads of state, stars, and popes. How Sudanese refugees are thriving in Niger with their rickshaw business. And how tourists in Paris can travel on water and land in the same vehicle. Right now on Rev.
As a Mercedes 600 turns 60, we revisit the history of this iconic car.
I'm talking about the defending champions, Presec Legon, clashing with Konongo Odumase and also Kumasi Wesley Girls. You definitely do not want to switch your dial to any other place but the Joy News channel. And I've always been doing this with my colleagues Jacqueline and Sumayebo and then Nana Boachi Dankwa Yadom. But I would quickly want to remind you that the 2023 National Science and Math Quiz is produced by Primetime Limited and supported by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Goyle PLC and sponsored by AT Prudential Life Ghana, Pepsodent Toothpaste, Bettermalt, Accra College of Medicine, Coronation Insurance, Ghana Academic and Research Network, Cowbell, Bell Beverages, Newmont's Ghana, GTP, Africa World Airlines, and YFM. The broadcast of the National Science and Math Quiz on the Joy News and Joy Prime channels is sponsored by Vitamilk, NASCO, German Ozone Medical Center, Royal Foam, Jamal Soap, Heritage Christian College, Virtual Security Africa, Ace Medical Insurance, Shopbox Technologies, Center Stand, DBS, Build Financial Technologies, Bettermalt, and Family Health University College. And just as you see, that is the euphoria inside the auditorium. We try and take the anthem from Konongo Odumase, and then we move on to the other school and then quickly interact with my colleague Nana Boachi Dankwaya now. So that's the anthem from Konongo Odumase. We'll quickly take that of Presec Legon. We take that of Presec Legon, the anthem from Presec Legon, and then we quickly go to Kumasi Wesley Girls. So Presec Legon, take us away. All right, so that's Presec Legon. They just had their anthem. We'll quickly go to Kumasi Girls, Kumasi Wesley Girls, to have their anthem also. God. And that is a royal greetings from the ladies of Kumasi Wesley Girls. We've taken all the anthems from the three schools, and we'll quickly do some interactions with some of the students, and also my colleague Nana Boachi Yadom will give us a brief history about these three schools. So Nana Boachi joins me. Nana, you have been monitoring the schools. Yes, Konongo Odumase, and then also Kumasi Wesley Girls. Tell us a bit about these two schools facing defending champions. Presec is no other ordinary school. They've won this National Science and Maths quiz for 7 times. And they tell me they are dominating this year, which tells us it is their 8th trophy that they are seeking to achieve. Do you think these boys or these ladies also can actually truncate Presec's campaign to the trophy?
I think looking at the history of Konongo Odumase, I would start with them because they've been to the quarter-final stage of the National Science and Math quiz before. That's the highest they've been to in 2021. Konongo Odumase managed to onto the quarter-final of the National Science and Math quiz, and unfortunately they were kicked out by Wesley Girls High School in 2021 when they proceeded to the quarter-final stage. For Kumasi Wesley Girls, what I know, and then looking at the history of Kumasi Wesley Girls, this is the highest stage they've ever been. The 1A stage is the highest into, and at every point in time when they get to the 1A stage, that is when they are being knocked out. But looking at the euphoria inside the auditorium, I can't wait for this all exciting contest to begin. But anybody out there, myself, would want to take Presec Legon as defending champions. And
in fact, Kumasi Wesley Girls last year, they left the competition at the preliminary stages where they had -1. So coming up this year, they've qualified to this particular stage, that's the 1A, with some over 50 points. So it means maybe they are putting in place some things.
You know, when the girls first came in, they came into KNUST, when we interacted with them, I asked them, you had a negative number last year. Is it possible to proceed to the next stage of the contest, even before the preliminary stage? They taught me that they had learnt their lesson last year, and after having a negative score, they are definitely going to muster up their performance and then definitely proceed to the quarterfinal stage. I know that Presec is a powerhouse, but maybe what happened to Adisadel might happen to Presec today.
All right, sure. So that's my colleague Nana Boachi Yadom. I have some of the students from the various three schools to quickly have an interaction with on the expectation for this particular contest. I have Presec Legon. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, let me find out. If we should say amongst the three schools, you stand giants amongst all of them. Are you sure this is going to be a walk in the park contest for you?
I don't think so. We know that as a giant school here in NSMQ, each and every school is looking up to us. Each and every school is aimed and targeting at us. But we as a unit, we as a team, we are looking forward unto God. We are projecting the image of God and His gloriness. So yes, so far as God lives, as far as we have a God that we are serving, and our God being faithful, and our God that we know that is great, surely we shall prevail. Not because of our strength, not because basically Presec is a big school, but because that we have a God that we trust in. Thank you very much.
Okay, so how you began preaching. I want to know what is setting you apart that makes you think that you can beat this. Because I know Konongo Odumase can actually pull a thread. Even Kumasi Wesley Girls is also there. Are you sure you can? This is not going to be just a walk in the park. You might struggle to get it.
Yeah, I know. But you have to know that we have faith. And when you have faith, you have that assurance that whatever you ask for, God will grant you that will. So yes, basically that's it. You had faith that you reach here by this time in your life, right? Yes, and you are here. So with that same faith and assurance that you are coming to this contest and you are projecting God's glory, and at the end, surely by God's grace, you'll be victorious.
Okay, so do we have any mantra for this year? Are we going with anything? Last year it was 7. We are 7 and living God. This year, do you have anything?
Right now, I don't think so, but not yet. But it will come. Yes, there's been some.
I've heard dominating.
Not really, yes. But what we are trusting on that we have a God who is faithful and a great God that we are serving. So yes, hopefully that might come up. We don't know, but I guess you have to wait and see.
All right, sure. So that's a student from Presec Legon. Now let me quickly go to my lady from Kumasi Wesley Girls. Hello, lady.
Hi.
Are you not in any way scared? Look at how he's so confident speaking.
Why should I be scared when I know for sure our girls is winning? We are winning this, and we don't need to be scared or we don't need to be nervous about anything. So we are really bold.
So going forward, this contest, how do you find it? Is it going to be a real struggle for your girls? Last year you had negative and left, but this time around you've come with some improvement. Do you think is that going to be a walk in the park for Presec Legon, or you are qualified? Let me put it that way.
You said last year, I mean this year. So I'm telling you, Kumasi Wesley Girls High School is kicking Presec Legon and then Konongo Odumase out today.
You're kicking them out. All right, so that's a girl from Kumasi. Now let me quickly interact with you. You are from Konongo Odumase. Enuanum.
Benuya.
Enuanum.
Benuya.
Enuanum.
Benuya.
All right, so that's the student. Now let me find out from you. Coming into the contest, I've seen your boys before. They are really good with these speedways and what have you.
Exactly. As they are really good, we are here to kick Presec out and kick Kumasi Wesley Girls out from the contest to qualify forward or move forward to the quarter-final stage. And as the Lord God is in our midst, we are going to win and win and win and win.
So that's a student also from Konongo Odumase. Just about now, the students are all seated. The quiz mistress is also getting seated. But the room, I must say, that is really charged. A lot of euphoria from all the three schools, and they are optimistic that they will qualify to the quarter-final stage, hopefully, and then get their trophy. If they are able to actually boot out Presec Legon, everybody will tip them to be the winners for this year's National Science and Math Quiz. So the quiz mistress is ready now, and we can go over to the quiz mistress.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 1/8 stage of the 2023 National Championship of the National Science and Math Quiz. Competing in this contest are Konongo Odumase Senior High School, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, Kumasi Wesley Girls High School, Let's meet the contestants. Konongo Odumasi Senior High School is represented by it's on
Udru Rubin
and
Dixon Kojo Buachi Jua.
Rubin and Dixon, tell us, how has your journey been in the competition?
By God's grace, all that you have been doing has been going well. During the qualifiers, we were able to qualify. During the prelims, we met as Amankesi and Sunrise. We won that contest too. And we are here to win this contest too.
Okay. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School represented by
Benedict Party Doty
and
Morty Selinam Kofi.
Okay. Benedict and Selinam. Okay. Benedict and Selinam. So Presbyterian Boys are the reigning champions of the NSMQ. And in this contest, they are the seeded school. So tell us, how has your preparation been?
It began with the regional championship, and by God's grace, we emerged victorious. So we are praying that with God by our side, we also emerge victorious today and maintain our seed. Thank you.
So you are regional champions as well? I see. Kumasi Wesley Girls High School represented by
Ajoa Sapon
and
Obinuwa Keizo Usu Ansa.
Ajoa and Kezia. Tell us, how has the journey been?
So far, it has been good. In the preliminary stage, we competed against Eduman SHS and the Northern School of Business. God came through and we won. Today, we are here so God can glorify himself through us.
Okay, so you are all welcome and I wish you all the best. The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with GOIL PLC and supported by Joy News, AT, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Pepsodent Toothpaste, Better Malt, Ghanaian Academic and Research Network, Coronation Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University College, Cowbell, Bell Beverages, GTP, Newmont Ghana, Africa World Airlines, and YFM. I am Dr. Anita Opon, your quiz mistress, and this is a primetime production. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest has 5 rounds. I'll begin from round 1. In this round, questions go to each school. And contestants, you have 10 seconds or 30 seconds within which to give an answer. If you give a correct answer, the school may earn a maximum point of 3. If that answer is incorrect, I may pass the question on for a bonus. This is when the other 2 schools have the opportunity to press the bell and give an answer. If I have not ruled on the answer, do not press the bell. You can only press the bell after I have ruled on the answer. If you do before, I will not call you. Do we understand? Okay. So if you press the bell after I have ruled on the answer and you give a correct answer, 1 point. If it is incorrect, a deduction of 1 point. For this round, I start from Konongo Odumasi Senior High School, but it's a preamble. In a scientific name, the specific epithet may indicate the origin of the species or describe its. Example, Indica for India. State what the given specific epithet stands for. In a scientific name, the specific epithet may indicate the origin of the species or describe it. Example, Indica for India. State what the given specific epithet stands for. Konongo Odumasi Senior High School, diffuser. Yes, Ruben.
This part of the scientific name of the organism describes that the organism is widely spread.
Okay, I'll take it. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, Aboria. Selinam.
This indicates that the organism resides on trees.
No. For a bonus. It means tree-like. Kumasi Wesley Girls, auriculata. For a bonus, ear-like or looks like an ear, ear-shaped. Next, a preamble. Expand the binomial expression in descending powers of x. Expand the binomial expression in descending powers of x. Konongo Odumasi Senior High. X plus 1 over x, all of this to the power 3. Yes, Ruben.
X cubed plus 3x plus 3 over x plus 1 over x cubed.
That's correct. Presbyterian. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Brackets open, x plus 1 over x, brackets close to the power 4. Yes, Benedict.
In descending powers of x, we have x to the power 4 plus 4x squared plus 6 plus 4 over x squared plus 1 over x to the power 4.
Yes. Kumasi Wesley Girls. Brackets open. 2x minus 1 over x. Brackets close, all to the power 3. Ajwa.
Okay, we have 8x cubed minus 4x squared x cubed minus 4x plus 6 minus 1 over x exponent 3.
Incorrect. Yes, Presbyterian boys for a bonus.
We have 8x cubed minus 12x plus 6 over x minus 1 on x cubed.
Yes. Another preamble. Would a precipitate form when the given salts are dissolved in an aqueous solution? If yes, give the formula of the precipitate form. Will a precipitate form when the given salts are dissolved in an aqueous solution? If yes, give the formula of the precipitate formed. Konongo Odumase Senior High. Potassium phosphate and ammonium chloride. Ruben.
A precipitate will be formed, and the formula is KCl.
No. Hey, be careful with my bell. Yes, Presbyterian boys.
There will be no precipitate formed.
No precipitate. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Ammonium carbonates and barium nitrates. Yes, Selenam.
A precipitate will be formed, and the formula is BaCO3.
Yes. Kumasi Wesley Girls High School. Ammonium nitrate and calcium acetate. Yes, Ajwa.
Precipitate to be formed. No precipitate
Yes,
to be formed.
that is correct. Another preamble. Point charges Q1 and Q2 are distance d apart. Find the electrostatic potential energy of the configuration given that point charges Q1 and Q2 are distance d apart. Find the electrostatic potential energy of the configuration given that Konongo Odumase. Q1 equals 2.0 microcoulomb. Q2 equals 4.0 millicoulomb. Q2 equals 4.0 millicoulomb and D equals 4.5 meters. Yes, Ruben.
$16 joules.
16 joules. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Q1 equals 3.0 millicoulomb. Q2 equals 8.0 millicoulomb. And D equals 180 meters. Benedict.
1.2 kilojoules.
Yes. Kumasi Wesley Girls. Q1 equals 25 microcoulomb, Q2 equals 64 microcoulomb, and D equals 1.5 meters. Is your hand up? Okay.
9.6 kilojoules.
Please give your answer again. That's why you're supposed to keep it in one place.
9.6 kilojoules.
Incorrect. Presbyterian boys for a bonus.
9.6 joules.
That's correct. So, please keep the mics on and at one position. Put your mic on. Yes, and at one position. Yes, don't move them. All right. Another preamble. Select the closely related species from the list given and state why. Select the closely related species from the list given and state why. Konongo Odumase. Tomatoes, pepper, onion, garden eggs, oil palm fruits. Yes, Ruben.
Okay. The related species are tomato, pepper, and garden eggs. And this because they all belong to the same class, and looking at their fruit
say that they all belong to
the same class.
Okay.
And looking at their fruit structure, they all have their seeds, like the space in them, or mostly they are in a form of berries.
2 out of 3. I'll give the full answer later. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Newt, salamander, toad, and frog. Yes.
You have the newt, toad, and frog. And this is because they are all amphibians.
2 out of 3. Kumasi Wesley Girls High School. Okra, hibiscus, cocoa, coffee, cocorus.
Related species are cocoa and coffee, and this is because they are all cash crops.
No. Yes, for a bonus. Okay, so for the first one, yes, the related species are tomatoes, pepper, and garden eggs, but they are from the same family, no class. Then for the second one, all of them are amphibians. Then for the third one, it is okra, hibiscus, cocoa, and cocorus. They belong to the same plant family.
I didn't understand that.
Next preamble. Find the coordinates of the stationary point of the given curve. Find the coordinates of the stationary points of the given curve. Konongo Odumase. Y equals x cubed minus 3x plus 6. Yes, Ruben.
The stationary points are 1, 4 and -1, 8.
That's correct. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Y equals x cubed plus 3x squared minus 7.
Stationary points are 0, -7 and -2, -3.
That's correct. Kumasi Wesley Girls High School. Y equals x cubed minus 12x plus 16. Yes, Ajwa.
2, 0 and -2, 54.
2 out of 3. So it is 2, 0, -2, 32, not 54. Another preamble. Given the reduction potential, please, they need 30 seconds for this one. Calculate the standard electrode potential, E0, for the given reaction and indicate whether it is spontaneous or not. Given the reduction potentials, calculate the standard electrode potential, E0, for the given reaction and indicate whether it is spontaneous or not. Konongo Odumase. Ni plus 2Cu plus going into Ni2 plus 2Cu. And you are given the standard electrode potential for Cu plus going into Cu as plus 0.516 volts, and for Ni2 plus going into Ni as negative 0.248 volts. Yes, Dixon.
The electrode potential is positive 0.764 volts, and the reaction is a spontaneous reaction.
That's correct. Presbyterian Boys. Two CR plus 3BE2 plus going into 2CR3 plus 3BE. The standard electrode potential for CR3 plus going to CR is negative 0.726 volts, and for BE2 plus going into BE is negative 1.989 volts. Yes, Selina.
The electrode potential is negative 1.263 volts, and the reaction is not spontaneous.
That's correct. Kumasi Wesley Girls High School. PB plus 2AU plus going into PB2 plus 2AU. And you are given the standard electrode potential, the reductive potential. AU plus 2AU is plus 1.678 volts, and PB2 plus 2PB is negative 0.129 volts. Yes, Adjoa.
The reaction is spontaneous, and the EMF is positive 1.707 volts.
One out of three. 1 out of 3. So yes, the reaction is spontaneous, but the E naught is plus 1.807 volts. The last set of questions for round 1. A uniform sphere of radius r and mass m spins about a diameter with angular frequency omega. A uniform sphere of radius r and mass m spins around the diameter with angular frequency omega. Konongo Odumasi Senior High. Find the moment of inertia of the sphere if r equals 0.020 meters and m equals 0.20 kilograms. Ruben. Okay, Dixon.
We have 3.2 by 10 exponent negative 5 kilogram meter square.
Correct. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Find the kinetic energy of the sphere if its moment of inertia is 3.2 times 10 to the power negative 5 kilogram meter squared, and angular frequency equals 7.5 times 10 to the power 2 rad per second. Yes, Benedict.
We have 9.0 joules.
That's correct. Kumasi Wesley Girls High School. Find the kinetic energy of the sphere if its moment of inertia is 3.2 times 10 to the power negative 5 kilogram meter square, and angular frequency equals 5.0 times 10 to the power 2 rad per second.
.0 joules.
Incorrect. Yes, Presbyterian boys for a bonus.
4.0 joules.
That's correct. And that ends round 1.
Truth is not the magic that make a dream come true. It makes you achieve, but it's your hard work and your persistence. That's the way you will succeed. Dream a big goal, get up and do the road. But it's a long way to go. Vitamin Milk will help you walk the extra mile. If you don't have enough energy when you find yourself lost and weary, don't worry. Vitamin Milk will boost you up with goodness. If your stomach is empty, eat up, come on. Eat up, come on. We wanna see you happy. Let us be your fill. Let us be your strength. Let us be your friend.
This advert is FDA approved.
It's incredible! Bang on target!
It feels like becoming an entrepreneur aside academics is never going to be possible when you're in school. Mainly because we feel that we are young and we don't have the resources and the guts to be one.
But if you believe in yourself and you have the passion to become an entrepreneur, then you already are.
Staying ahead in a highly competitive environment requires applying creativity and innovation to every aspect of your journey to becoming an entrepreneur.
Presently, entrepreneurship is driven by creativity and innovation to attain business objectives.
The explosion in technology, business, entrepreneurship, and consumption in this new era is as a result of the ongoing application of innovation.
Milton Berle once said, "If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door."
So, if you are ready to be an entrepreneur, Heritage Christian College is ready for you.
Heritage Christian College moves you from a wantrepreneur to become an entrepreneur.
Pepsodent is aware that globally, 1 in 2 children suffer from cavities. That's why by giving her Pepsodent, you're not only protecting her teeth, but also helping her grow up and thrive at every stage of her life with a healthy and confident smile, so she can succeed and achieve all of her dreams. Because every smile matters.
Ohima, who are taking number first? By you. You have to take the number give me.
Guys, now I'm tired. I'll go on a date with whoever gets here first.
Princess, really? Okay, I come.
Shut up!
Mame,
Bate.
Boss, Fill my tank with Super XP Ron 95.
Fill up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle.
Sorry, Tony got here first, so I'm stepping with him.
Cut him. Hey, go for mommy.
Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Always go for Goyle Super XP Ron 95. Goyle, good energy.
Goyle is good energy.
Our world is a complex one, and in it, only the smart and intelligent win. At Bright Senior High School, we know this. That's why, with our state-of-the-art science laboratory, customized textbooks, and curriculum-based workbooks, we continue to make history every year. For more than a decade, Bright Senior High School has chalked stellar performances at the WASSCE, guided by smart and professional graduate teachers.
At Bright Senior High School, every student is a priority.
This school has groomed me for the future. I wasn't a good student when I came here, but now I'm noticed as one of the best students in this school.
Admission is in progress. Call now on 0242 071 185 or 0277 147 727 or visit brightshs.com.gh. Bright Senior High School. Building dreams. Ship.
Excellent. Be that business owner that stands out and is very productive.
You're so confident. How do you do it?
It starts with Built. Where does your confidence come from? Paperwork made simple. Built takes all the hassle away. Yeah, don't be like her. Built is your all-in-one simplified finance platform. It's your home for invoices, payments, your payroll, and so much more.
Oh, wow.
Grow your business today. Sign up now at Built.Africa. Download the Built app now.
It's time to rise, it's time to shine, strawberry time, Vitamilk strawberry time to rise.
Enjoy Vitamilk strawberry with 33% less sugar than Vitamilk regular, yet still delicious because of the nice combination from soy milk and strawberry. Source of protein plus vitamin B1 and B2. Rise and shine, Vitamilk strawberry.
This advert is FDA approved.
It's incredible! Bang on target!
Ohima, what are you taking number first? By you. You have to say take your number, give me.
Guys, no, I'm tired. I'll go on a date with whoever gets here first.
Princess, really? Okay. I come.
Shut up!
Mame, that's it. Boss, fill my tank with Super XP Ron 95.
Fill up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle.
Sorry, Tony got here first, so I'm stepping with him.
Cut him. Hey, go for mommy.
Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Always go for Goyle Super XP Ron 95. Goyle, good energy.
Goyle is good energy.
Do you know that unforeseen medical emergency can drain your savings in these tough times? And as medical expenses increase by the day, why not pass that on to us at ACE Medical Insurance? Simply get a health insurance plan from ACE and enjoy a whole year of not worrying about hikes in medical expenses. It's Medical Insurance, the new face of healthcare financing in Ghana.
Daddy, this tank is big.
Yes, that's true.
It can store a lot of water.
That's so true.
Wow, it has a working tortoise on it.
That's so true.
I can see SINTEX. Syntax.
That is so true, my daughter.
When it falls down, it will spoil.
That's not true.
But why?
Hey! Syntex was the first to introduce double-layer tanks in Ghana. Syntex again was the first to introduce white inner layers in Ghana. Syntex gives you the biggest warranty, 7 years. No matter your water needs, Syntex is the answer. Syntex tank. Are you strong? Are you
New way passing the tape and declaring plastic busia. And I'm what? And then no. Can you not touch it? With them, the idea see you. Fatcher. Yes, I can introduce GBS light steel gauge trusses. Emma. They say, baby, I say, Yama minimum airplane that day. And you know, you would dance. And no crow. No, send a new Benina.
Presbyterian Boys, Arboria, and the answer I had was tree-like, and they gave me recites on trees. Consultant says the answer should be accepted. So they get 3 points. 3 points. Then the next set of questions, mathematics. The protest I have is the answer given by Presbyterian Boys was incorrect. So we listened, and they did give me the right answer. So the bonus stands. Then the second set of biology questions to Presbyterian Boys, I gave the partial credits for the reason they gave me, not for the selection. Please, let's get it right. Okay, thank you. So, at the end of round 1, Kumasi Wesley Girls 6 points. Konongo Dumasi Senior High School 20 points. And Presbyterian Boys Secondary School 27 points. Round 2. Round 2. Round 2. In this round, we have the PEP student speed race, where all where all the questions go to the schools simultaneously. The first to press the bell and give a correct answer, 3 points. The second to press the bell to give a correct answer, 2 points. And the third to press the bell to give a correct answer, 1 point. All incorrect answers, a deduction of 1 point. Please, this is speed race. So when you ring the bell, I am assuming your answer is ready. So if I see you writing, you are telling me your answer is not ready. So ensure you have your answer before you press the bell, because if I see you writing, I will not take your answer. Another thing, do not start with the value of x is, the equation equals, I already have the question, just give me the answer. If it is 5, it is 5. If it is ATM, ATM. That's what I want. Don't read back the question to me. Do you understand? Next. I know the rules are plenty, but listen. Next. When you ring the bell, you have 3 seconds within which to start giving your answer. Or you hear this bell. When you hear this bell, it means I'm moving on. I'm not listening to you anymore. I'm moving on. Are we on the same page? Okay. The Pepsodent Speed Race is sponsored by Pepsodent Toothpaste. Every smile matters. Question 1. What structure in paramecium is responsible for osmoregulation? Konongo Odumase.
The contractile vacuole.
That's correct. Next question. Next question. Name the process in living organism that is instrumental in eliminating atmospheric carbon dioxide. Konongo Odumase.
Respiration.
Incorrect. Who pressed next? 3. Yes, Wesley girls.
Expiration.
Incorrect. Yes, Presbyterian boys.
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. Next question. Give the start codon for protein synthesis in humans. Yes, Presbyterian boys.
UGA.
Incorrect. Yes, Wesley girls. Kumasi.
UAG.
Incorrect. It is AUG. Next question. Express 71 as a difference of 2.
36 squared minus 35 squared.
Yes. Next question. I will read through the noise and they will not hear me. Thank you. Next question. Given vectors A equals 2i plus 5j and B equals 3i minus 2j, find constants m and n such that ma plus nb equals I plus 12j. Presbyterian boys.
M equals 2 and N equals -1.
Yes. Next question. Next question. A fair die is tossed 3 times. Find the probability the first toss is a head. Presbyterian boys.
Probability is 3/8.
Incorrect. Yes, Konongo Odumase.
1/2.
1/2. Next question.